Welcome to AskPrep, your trusted companion for UPSC and IAS preparation. Today we will study about a very important topic of Indian geography, which is National Parks and Wildlife Sanctuaries in India. This is a topic that holds significant importance for both prelims and mains, and by the end of this video, your understanding of it will be crystal clear. The primary purpose of national parks and wildlife sanctuaries is the conservation of nature and wildlife. India, known for its biodiversity, showcases a remarkable variety of flora and fauna. There are over 100 national parks and around 500 wildlife sanctuaries in India. These aren't just numbers, they represent our cultural heritage and our deep connection to nature. Let's first understand what national parks are. National parks are protected areas designated for the conservation of wildlife, plants, and their habitats. Activities like hunting, commercial exploitation, or construction are strictly prohibited in these areas. The primary objective of establishing national parks is to prevent endangered species from going extinct and to maintain a balanced ecological system. Now, let's talk about wildlife sanctuaries. These are also protected areas aimed at conserving wildlife and their habitats. However, limited human activities such as grazing and scientific research are permitted here. This flexibility makes wildlife sanctuaries unique. However, that does not make them any less important. Wildlife sanctuaries play a vital role in preserving biodiversity. Let me share an interesting fact with you. India's first national park was Corbett National Park, established in 1936, initially called Gir National Park. Located in Uttarakhand, it is famous for its Royal Bengal tigers. On the other hand, India's largest national park is Hemis National Park in Ladakh, known for its snow leopards. Speaking of wildlife sanctuaries, India has renowned sanctuaries like Ranthambore, Sariska, and Periyar. Ranthambore, situated in Rajasthan, is a crucial habitat for Royal Bengal tigers. Sariska, also in Rajasthan, was once a hunting reserve but was later converted into a wildlife sanctuary. Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary in Kerala is famous for its elephant population. These were just some examples of prominent national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. But there's another important concept to understand: tiger reserves and biosphere reserves. Under Project Tiger, initiated in 1973, tiger reserves were established to protect our national animal, the Royal Bengal tiger. Today, India has over 50 tiger reserves. Biosphere reserves, on the other hand, are larger protected areas that support ecological diversity along with human intervention. Some of India's famous biosphere reserves include the Sundarbans, Nilgiri, and Nanda Devi. For the prelims, it is essential to remember the names of major national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, their locations, and the species they are known for. For the mains, you need to understand their ecological and socio-economic importance, such as their role in tourism, carbon sequestration, and the development of local communities. India's first national park, Corbett National Park, was established in 1936 in Uttarakhand. It set the precedent for wildlife conservation in India. Over the decades, the country has expanded its network of national parks and sanctuaries, each protecting distinct ecosystems. National parks primarily focus on preserving flora, fauna, and landscapes without much human interference, whereas wildlife sanctuaries allow certain human activities under regulation. India has 106 national parks covering about 1.35% of the country's geographical area. Some prominent ones include Kaziranga National Park in Assam, famous for its one-horned rhinoceroses, Ranthambore National Park in Rajasthan, known for its Bengal tigers, and Sundarbans National Park in West Bengal, home to the Royal Bengal tiger and the world's largest mangrove forest. Similarly, Gir National Park in Gujarat is the sole habitat of the Asiatic lion. Another critical aspect to consider is the interaction between humans and wildlife. Human-animal conflict is a significant issue around national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. The reasons include habitat loss, deforestation, and human encroachment. UPSC mains often include questions about how to tackle these challenges. India's conservation efforts are rooted in its rich history. Ancient scriptures like the Atharvaveda mention the importance of protecting forests and wildlife. Over time, these traditional practices evolved into modern conservation methods. The Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 marked a turning point, providing legal frameworks to establish national parks and sanctuaries. These protected areas serve multiple purposes. They conserve biodiversity by protecting endangered species and their habitats. They also act as carbon sinks, mitigating climate change. Additionally, they support ecotourism, which generates revenue and raises awareness about conservation. Beyond environmental benefits, they have social and cultural significance, often housing sacred groves and historical landmarks. However, these areas face numerous challenges. Habitat destruction due to deforestation and human encroachments remains a significant issue. Poaching and illegal wildlife trade threaten many species. Climate change has further intensified these challenges, altering ecosystems and impacting species survival. Moreover, balancing the needs of local communities with conservation goals is a complex task. To address these challenges, India has implemented various strategies. The Project Tiger initiative, launched in 1973, has been pivotal in increasing the tiger population. Similarly, Project Elephant aims to protect elephants and their habitats. Translocation and captive breeding programs have also been employed to save critically endangered species like the Asiatic lion and the Great Indian bustard. You should also be aware of flagship initiatives like Project Tiger, Project Elephant, and the National Wildlife Action Plan. These initiatives aim to conserve wildlife and their habitats, and understanding their impact is crucial. This was a comprehensive overview of national parks and wildlife sanctuaries in India. Remember, this is not just a factual topic but a dynamic and conceptual one that includes environmental, societal, and economic aspects. Thank you. This is AskPrep, your guide to mastering UPSC and IAS preparation. Let's decode complex topics and simplify your journey to success.